Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. Happy Hump Day. And today, I'm actually here. Today, on the 22nd, Wednesday, I have been waiting for this day. So I have to come clean with you. Everything you saw, even though I played it live, but the last 12 that's come out every single day was pre-recorded 10, 12 days ago. Even the one you saw yesterday was done at least 10 days ago. Okay? So that's going to explain why people that email me or give me different things to do, because normally I'll mention you. I'll go, well, IP said this guy said that, and we could do that, and I'll mention it the next video. Well, I couldn't. They were already preset to drop. Okay? So I was sort of locked into that. Everything that you saw in the past 12 days was done in 3 days. 3. So as I'm trying to work things out in my head, it was just that 3 days. Well, I've since figured this shit out. But I had to let the videos run. So please forgive me. I had to do it, and here's why I had to do it. I went out of town to my sister's. It was her first speaking engagement at a real church for her ministry, and I had to go to Tennessee, and I was there a while. But for safety, my wife didn't get to go. For safety's sake, I wasn't going to let everybody know I'd be gone for 2 weeks. I wasn't going to do it. That's just not safe for my wife. It just is what it is. When you're out there in the public eye, you never know. So I had to do it that way. So on one hand, please forgive me. On the other hand, I don't care. I had to do it. All right. But it was still turn the camera on and go. Win, lose, draw. All right. It's just my thought process was in 3 days. And I couldn't answer your questions. I finally got to where I said, just watch today. Just watch today. Now, there's a couple of you I told what was going on. I told John over at Casino Gaming Central. I think I even told IP TV. Couple of you I told that I did trust. But for the rest of you, I couldn't do it. And so I have had this figured out for a long time, but I had to have the videos run. All right, so that's that. Now, this show is brought to you by Alan Stewart. You are a member, been a member for a while. Thank you so much. You are sponsoring this show. Very important show. So Alan Stewart, you're sponsoring what I'm hoping is a good video. Probably be a little bit longer than normal. Also, before I forget, any strategy will go down. If you just play a strategy, A through Z, it's going to let you down sooner or later. The unthinkable will happen. You'll lose. The end. Best bet in all the world is never to make that first bet, because gambling sucks. Okay. Now we're down to it. All you guys' comments that I couldn't answer, because I knew what was coming. I just couldn't do it. Now I'm home. And here we go. Now I'm not talking about, because people have emailed me, well, you could do hard ways, you could do horn bets, you can do hard ways, you can do field. That's still, you do you. You can take any strategy and morph it into any, craziness that you want to. I'm going to give you absolutely, according to all my research, all my practice, all my everything, I'm going to give you 3 ways to play this. We're talking about the KKG pyramid. All right. Number 1, the biggest deal with this thing is not losing to a 7 because you're covered. The biggest deal to this thing is this leg. That's the big Achilles heel. And again, all strategies have an Achilles heel. If you come out and you're one of these 160 across guys, you're a duck and cover, you're a whatever you are, even if you do it from the inside, If you get popped early and then you come out again and get popped again, you're so far in the hole. That's its Achilles heel. It just has one. Everything has it. A don't pass, spread. Oh, the 7-11s kill it. Everything has an Achilles heel. All right. Well, that lay is its Achilles heel. It just is. All right. So, option one, and you're free to do it either way you want, because I'm trying to work on this for some people. Some people, including me, I like the original way. I'm not so much afraid of getting hit. I've been up, but it's still only level 4. With $5,600, I can go 4 levels. Well, with 10 grand, I can go some more. And I do think I'm under bankroll for what I'm doing, just in case. But anyway, the original KKG Hybrid, we are going 6 rolls only. We are only resetting after a 7. The end. Now, I know I had a guy email me, and I can't remember who it was, and he was playing this. He was doing pretty well, but a dealer, I guess whoever was right next to him, because when he just waited for the 7. Now, remember, he's putting big money out here, man. I got $435 out there. Well, if I want to wait for a 7, then I'm going to wait for a 7. Well, his particular guy, dealer, and pit boss, they didn't want him to skip one roll. Hey, if you ain't going to bet, I got other people that'll play. And they just want you to just play like an idiot. And I'm telling you, if you're at a casino that don't appreciate you and ain't going to let you run what you want to run because you're not betting every single fucking throw, fuck them, get out. You don't need that casino. I've done shit where I've waited before. Hell, there's a guy named Drunk Guy Explains out there. Hell, he always waits. If they don't like your action, fuck them. Leave them. Go find another casino. And if you want to play and they don't like this, you still got really other good strategies you can play. You don't have to play this. Either fuck them and leave, find another casino, or just do a different strategy. I know they're assholes sometimes, but anyway, I digress. Okay, original, 3 rolls. All right, let's say I get a hit. That's roll 1, and let's say the point is a 6. Now watch, roll 2 is a 6. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pick up my 35. The puck comes up, but that was only roll 2. We're giving this 3 fucking rolls. Period. All right. Roll 3 is a 5, let's say. Okay, I'm giving you the absolute way. Then, that's it. 7 is the only thing that resets. All right. All right. Now roll 4, 5, and 6. Hopefully you get it. If you get to 7 in that 4, 5, and 6, you get $150. And you got $7, $7.50 big. We'll pay him 10. There you're set. Now you just keep playing that way until you're at your 250 or greater, and then you can play with excess. Just pretty much like I've been doing it, even those 12 videos. I was just wrestling with this, but this is getting 3 rolls unless that 7 comes. If you're like this, remember 7 is the only thing that resets. If you get popped there, you got a $15 profit minus VIG, say $7 profit. 7 came, it resets. Leave it out there. This is getting 3 rolls. Are you with me? All right. So now we've won a few bucks. Now, the original way, you keep playing it this way until you're over your 250 or your goal. If you have $40, $50 extra for excess, lock it up like I showed you, and then play short stack and try to shoot the moon if you want. We know that's option 1, but that's the technical part. 3 rolls. Even if it was the first hit, 35. All right, and the second hit is 8. Bang bang. Well, it still gets a third roll. Then 4, 5, and 6. 6 rolls only, max DN, no matter what. 7 resets everything. All right. So there's the original. Okay. So I had to start working on this over here for those that ain't quite happy with that way. And I get why. I do. But now watch. Let's start this over again. Alright, now watch. Let's say roll 1 is an 8. There's 35. Let's say roll 2 is a 6. 35. At this point, this is option 2. At this point, you still got a roll coming for roll 3. But you've won $70. You don't need to cover all of it. Here we go. Some of you are going to like this. Reduce your lay by 100. Now your risk, it ain't 3, 6, 9. Now it's really 2, 4, 6. But really, you can just come back to 3 with this one if you get popped. Just come back to 3 and just keep fighting, right? But anyway, I've won $70. This wins 100. Yeah, I got 135. But if you give me my 100 here, I would technically lose 35. I'd still be $35 up in profit because I'm coming down. All right, now let's say you get that third hit. All right, now you're up like $90. All right, this all comes down like normal. We don't have this much profit. This was from both of those ago. You should be up about $90. 2, you drop that 1, then you won another 35. That's $105. Minus VIG. I don't want to confuse you guys. Alright, so basically there's your 75, 85. You're up $90 after VIG. After the 3 hits, you're down to 200. Let that play out. If you don't get a 7 or whatever, come back out normal. Remember, you got $90. This is less. Alright, let's say you get another one. Roll number 1. 90, 100, you're up 125. You're almost there. You can now just take this off if you want. Or drop it another 100. That 50, if the 7 comes, it don't wipe all your profit. You still get 50. You're still up. So it's a reduction, you know. And when you reduce is going to be up to you. But I'm just giving you the highlights. All right. Oh, rewind this thing if you have to. All right. So let's put my bankroll back. All right. Option 1, regular with the 300. Keep it there until you hit your profit. Go home. Option 2, as you win up here, reduce your lay. All right. Option 3. A lot of people are going to like this one too. Yep, you start out with that 300. Can't get around it. All right. This is sort of in between 1 and 2. All right. Let's say you win. All right. We got to win $140 to do what I'm going to do. All right. There's 35. We'll say you get it. Maybe it takes you 2 shooters. Whatever. There's 35. And here's 35. Let's say you get to here. Or even hit 2 of them. These come down. This is sort of normal. Until we get here. Let's say we win the 150. Now what? It's an option. This is all profit now. I'm at my 250 right there. You know what I'm gonna do? That was the original way. No, or reduced way, doesn't matter. You got here by one of those 2 methods. But you're here. Let's say you want to win 300. Okay, that's fine. Now, for those of you guys that really hate this lay, now you're going to do what John calls his duck and cover. This morphs now to a duck and cover. I was asking ChatGPT, Gemini, I gave them 3 or 4 options, you know, and they ranked them. They ranked this the #1 way to do it. I don't think so. I don't mind the lay, but it's saying for everything you got to get to a profit anyway, one way or the other. Maybe you just reduce and then come into a duck and cover. Well, this is what I'm up. I'm up. There's my 250. Right? Now, let's say it's 7 reset, whatever. All right. Now, you do an inside. You're still up. Now you're going to work on profits. No lays anymore while you're in profit. Now you're going to do a duck and cover. Maybe you do it exactly like John. Maybe you tweak it a little bit. Doesn't matter. You don't have this anymore. You're up over this. If you lose, you go back to original or go back to the regression of the lay. Whatever you have to go back to get to here. But instead of risking $300, we're risking 110 now. If I get hit with 3, I've actually lost a real $300. A real $300. I've lost it. Or whatever I have that in a lay. If the lay gets hit, I have actually lost that amount of money of my bankroll. Now I've got 110 because of how I got here. I'm not starting out that way in case you get a couple 7. If I get a couple 7s my way, I'm already up. But you're there. You got the profit. Now, if this 110 goes down, I still got 125, 35. I still got 145 bucks. It don't matter. I could actually do this twice, free of charge. And this is the way ChatGPT and Gemini says is the bomb. It's still the KKG hybrid. I forget what we call that. KKG hybrid 6.3. You know, whatever we called it. Now you do the duck and cover. So now let's just roll. If that happens, you're out 110, but you still have profit. But let's say it don't. You could come right back out with another 110 or go back to your original. Doesn't matter. You're in good shape. Still don't need the lay if you wanted to come back out that second time. All right. Now let's say you won 35. Let's say the 6 hits, whatever. Okay, now you can do that duck and cover. Bring this down. You know, do that sort of thing right there. Or he picks the 5, I think. I think he goes 5 and 9 first. So he'd take this down and replace it. Okay, now you're $15 better off than you were before. All right, still only going to do 3 rolls. He'll go hits. I'm going rolls. Let me show you what I mean. Roll 2, let's say. We're making this up. Roll 2. All right. Roll 3. Let's say that hits. 15 for 1. There's your 3 rolls. This comes down. Now look where you are. 7 comes, you come back out where you were. So you don't have to start over. Okay? Now you can do this until the cows come home. Roll 1. Maybe it's 35 there. You play the duck and cover any way you want to. You get 35. Maybe you do. Maybe you come down to a 12. Pocket this. You're making money and reducing all at the same time. Okay, roll 3. Let's just assume we get a 6. Roll 3. Or that was roll 2. And then roll 3, who cares? One of them hits. We get 15 for 1. You got so much money now, it's not even funny. We'll count them here in a minute. But now we're going to bring these off. You're only going 3 rolls now. It ain't 6 anymore. 6 is only if you're laying. It's 3. But when you come back out, you don't really need to start over. Just come back out right where you was at. 7 came. Here you go. Now maybe you hit 15 at roll 1. Maybe you spread it this time. Roll 2. Say you hit 20. Roll 3. An 11. Off. You're actually shooting the moon by shooter. Not all at one shot. Okay? Now what happens? You come back out. And a 7 comes. Wabbo! Let's get some fun. Let me show you. Your rack is good. With no risk. Now, all you guys that were asking me and telling me things, now that I'm back home, now we can talk turkey. We got 375, 85, 95. Let's say you had to pay big. Now, if you want to, now you can still do the excess. Pocket the 300, play with 75. So let's recap. You're gonna love one of these, I promise you. It just depends on, you know, how John talks about, of course he hadn't had a show in 2 days, I don't think. But he talks about the bridge, your risk, your bankroll, whatnot. Okay? Yeah, you sort of started out this way, but if you do this, you got to start it out here. If you don't like starting out this way, don't play this. All right? Hit. Roll 1. Roll 2. Hit something else, whatever. Alright. For roll 3, remember I got 70. I don't have 135. I'm half of that. Do that. Roll 3 at 12. Who cares? Bring it back. Reduce. We're actually going to do second and third way combined. Okay, we've reduced. Roll 4, roll 5, let's say we get it. Roll 5, roll 6. Got it. Bring it back down. See where you're at. You did it on one shooter, let's say. There's 150, there's 160. I want 110 across. I can't remember if I had that or not. Yeah, because I was over that. Okay. Bam, hit. Now you play your duck and cover. Hit. Smackola. On the third roll, you got popped. You didn't get popped here, or here, or it's not even a threaten. You come down, play this thing out, get some profit, and then come out with a duck and cover, or whatever your favorite is. But I'm telling you, Gemini and both ChatGPT said eventually don't start out with a duck and cover. It said that's terrible. I'm sorry it said it, not me. But use it. You don't use it to start, you use it to end it. Alright, so now you sit here and you have, after that little duck and cover, and you got B, whatever. There's still 160 bucks. You're in profit. Great, now you can come back out again. Roll 1. Roll 2. Roll 3 is an 11. Great, bring it down. It resets. Put it right back out where it was so you continue. But now you got 3 more rolls. Roll 1, 35. Okay, this time let's take this down. Here's roll 1. And I know I'm making this shit up, but I'm not that far-fetched. Roll 2. Alright, roll 3 is an 11. Who cares? Bring it down. 7. Put it right back where you was at. Okay, roll 1, 35. Or any variation of this. Really, any variation that you want. Alright. And then, wabbo, 7. Me running. Your bankroll has been intact. You're coming at it at a position of safety. Once you get to a certain level and you're reducing your lay and your safety, once you get into safety, now you're coming at it from a safety level. That should make everybody happy. If you hate these, this should make you happy. If you don't mind them, you can keep with the original, get off the table quick, and then play with your excess. These are the 3 ways to do the KKG pyramid. And just doing it that way, messing around, we'll just say that's big and whatever, who cares? There's your 250. If you need a little more, come back out again. Okay. Now, I forgot where we were. No, I know where we were. I think we were here. You're in such safety. You're in such safety. There's an 8. 15 for 1. That's roll number 1. Roll number 2. There's the 9. 15 for 1. then however you want to do this part. Roll number 3. There's a 3. Come down. Okay, 7 hits. Now start making some moves. Roll 1. 6. 15 for 1. Now start making moves. Either bring these up, however you want to do that. And that is not what this video is all about. But let's say you bring those two up. And you're going to keep it inside. Roll 2. There's a 9. That pays 21. Bring that up. Actually, let's bring these up. And pocket. Okay, remember, you're trying to use profit to take it up. But remember, the 7 is lurking. That's why it's only 3 rolls, even doing it this way. Alright, so let's say you got your 3 rolls, you're done. You wait for the 7. Come back out. Alright, there's the 5. There's 21. Maybe you keep that one. Roll number 2. There's a 9. There's 21 more dollars. This time maybe you pick up the 10. And roll number 3. Maybe your goal this time is just to pick up the 4. Roll number 3. But it didn't happen. The 7 come. Alright, that's fine. It was from a position of strength, not weakness. Like we had about 160 bucks, right? There's 250, 260, 270. Now you're at 275. Pocket your 250. Anyway, I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. 3 distinct ways, depending on your comfort level, your bankroll level, 3 distinct ways to play the KKG pyramid. Okay? Now, join me. I'm only going to do 1 video a day. That's tough for me. It was nice to be able to do 3 or 4 videos at one shot, but that's what YouTube told me to do. That's what I'm going to do. No bags today, just because I'm demonstrating. But come tomorrow, I'm probably going to do probably number 2, if not number 3, full blown regular number 1, 300 go, you know, and as soon as I got this paid for, maybe go into a duck and cover. I'm vacillating between that way. Really, always. Way number 2, reduce your lay, then go into a duck and cover. You know, or make your profit and go into a duck and cover, get rid of this totally. Or option 1, the original. Go 3, go until you get your 250 and go away. 3 viable options. Which one do you guys like? Now when you ask me things when I do my next video, I can now comment on it because I am home. Alright, so there you go. That was the video I wanted you guys to see. And now you can talk to me. Till the next time, y'all. Be great. See you. Bye.